today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, depending on where you're watching from. I hope my voice is coming out, and please like the video whenever you are going to watch this video. If you're going to join us live, for why not, please click on the like button. It's very, very important you do so. So this video, we are going to go through something that we couldn't touch yesterday and the new information that is coming out this morning from Office of Reverend Prime Minister. From the Office of Reverend Prime Minister, and is a very good news, exciting one for that matter. Those is not going to sweet some people, but like we can said, yeah, this, as the sweet the pandemic, is the pandemic the sweet or something like that. I don't know how he, this kind of Agboro song they normally form in Nigeria. Okay, without wasting much of your time, because this is morning, so and some of you is afternoon, so but wherever you're watching from, I welcome you. It's very, very important you join us in this one. Chidubemo is here. You are the first to comment. Nice to have you, my brother. Thank you so much. So breaking, Biafran government in Israel has been highlighted in Africa, confidential and exclusive international publication with the assistance of Biafran lobbyists. Ekpa, that's PM, who is a local councillor for the Conservative National Coalition Party in Finland, took over the leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, following the detention of former leader Master Monicano, ACV 0L65 number 4, Kano's lobbies for Biafran Steps Up campaign. Call for Kano's release and multiplies as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu government ignores series orders. I think series order from High Court judges in Abuja deeming his detention to be illegal. So this is from the Office of PM, and the statement went further. The Biafran organizations contracted with Biafran organizations contract with Mora. I think that is the Biafran government in Israel lobbies, the new guys that are in charge now. Is far less lucrative than that with IPOB's previous case streets. Okay, advocates, Mockery LLC. I think this is a former lobby of Biafran IPOB. I think that his name is this, and okay. So now this is not going. This is not about. Please don't misunderstand this, because I don't want people to start thinking that you are comparing PM effort and Muslim can. No, this is just a comment that anyone can, just like his own view on the whole thing. So it's not personal. Okay, that raised conflict. That this former lobby, IPB lobby, which is this Mockery, I think is that his name, or the name of the street? I don't know. It was somewhere in London. I could remember that there was a time Madison Kano, mentioned this name about the lobbying of IPOB. So I think this is the person that talking about, that he has a conflict of interest questions when Mockery staffers in London started working for former Finance Minister Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, who was campaigning to be Director General of the World Trade Organization with the backing of President Mohamed Buhari's government. Government had taken an extremely hard line against Kano and his followers, and was unimpressed by Mockery's lobbyist effort. Of course, he will, as long as he has conflict of interest, which maybe the man he chose to work more for Nigerian government and their representative in Gozo Konjuara in this she was the one they're talking about. She is the one they're talking about, and I don't know if she later win the post, because I don't think she did. But Buhari government supported her. That's what they're saying here. And this guy in question chose to work for her instead of Biafran government, instead of IPOB. But now Moran is drawing clear lines about the aim of his campaign on behalf of Njokos, that's Ekpa organization, Biafran government in exile. He commits to support Biafran fundamental goal to encourage the United States government to support Biafran independence. The lobbying contract takes a strong oppositional stance against the Tinubu's government in Nigeria. It promised to educate U.S. and non-U.S. stakeholders on an issue of concern about the Tinubu government, including human rights abuses, religious freedom issue, persecution of Nigerians, Christians, increasing Islamic. Okay, if that is a very good point. I think even though some people don't pay attention to what he's saying here, but we all know that this is real fact, what is going on in Nigeria, and people need to say it the way it is, because if you keep quiet, maybe you become a victim if you don't know, because today is them, tomorrow who knows, could be you. So it's always good for you to do the needful to support and be honest to yourself if you can. It's very, very important, very, very important indeed. Okay, let's I don't know what is wrong with my camera. I'm trying to turn it and the camera is giving me headache. Oh my goodness, just a moment. Okay. I am trying to set the camera. The camera is giving me a serious headache. Serious headache. It was very, very fine before I started broadcasting, and now it's giving kind of making. Okay, finally it's back. Finally it's back. Let me see if it's. The button to flip on and off is not functioning properly. Let me put it this way. So if that is how you want us to broadcast this one, no problem. I can go like that. I can manage it that way. But it's always good for me to flip the camera so that you'll be able to see what we are talking about. And now the button is giving me serious concern. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue, because we are not going to focus on that alone. Please like the video. Okay, click on the like button as we move forward. What's going on here? Okay, let me bring this. So that is what PM shared about that issue, about the effort of the African government in exile lobbies, those people that PM and the African government have, they are working together, and their effort so far is very, very nice, very, very good to hear, very good to see. So the camera is still frustrating me, guys, but let's see if maybe it will now make me to spend just a few minutes before we end the broadcast. I wanted to spend at least 1 hour, but from what is going on now, I need to reset the system before we can enjoy the broadcast properly, and I don't have that time to do that now. So I will manage it the way it is and finish up the program, of which I would have loved to, because what I want to discuss about Mieti Allah and Fulani herdsmen is actually something that we need to be, reading together, or at least to share the pictures with you, which is always good for, for me to do that using the camera, because if I don't flip the camera, how will you see what I'm talking about? How will you see? Because I have not started using uh, StreamYard or streaming app to be able to share videos, line side by side. But I don't know. Okay, just a moment. Okay, I think something is. I think it's done better. So what will happen? I will not, go detailed the way I wanted, but I will try my best to explain to you one or two things. Okay, so we can just. I don't want to frustrate this live stream. I don't want to just end it that way without achieving what I wanted to achieve with it. And okay, let's see. PM have ordered the Nigerian government not to bring their so-called livestock ministers or whatever they said in Biafra land and in South South. And that news was trending a few days ago. I think 3 days, 2 days now. Yes, day before yesterday, it was on, and yesterday as well. So that information, Nigerian government, of course, they will pretend they don't hear, right? Because they will not. They are the type that don't listen, like a stubborn cobra. They can only listen when you bring, a long stick. Then they will start, you know, paying attention to what you're demanding. But ordinarily, they don't care, because the the youth that will give khaki color to, commit one or two things in the name of an army, they are not their children. They're not their relatives. So whether if anything happened to them, they don't care. It's not about threatening, but the demand of people that own the land. What you are watching here, what you are seeing here, is what Mieti Allah requested before Nigerian government, said, okay, let's give Ministry of Livestock. Guess what? Who initiated that idea? Mieti Allah. Here is daily post about it. For you to understand, the request of Fulani and the fear of Fulani is the beginning of Nigerian president wisdom. They always must hearken to the voice of this nomadic. So, and why are they doing that? They are doing that because they don't care about the lives and properties of people. They don't care about the citizens of Nigeria. They don't care about what masses, or average Nigerians, what they think, how they feel, what they feel about the whole. No, but what they care most is their own biological brothers, which happen to be headers. Now, Daily Post have this to say: we want Ministry of Livestock Development, Mieti Allah, they asked this, they said this on 23rd of June. 23rd of June, in less than 1 month, right? Now, Shehu Usman is the one that said it, which is this man we are seeing here. And guess what? In less than 1 month, Nigerian government have decided to come up with that answer. Quick answer to the people that own the country. Look at it. He said, Tinubu creates Ministry of Livestock Development. In July, look at it when he did that. In July 9th, 2024. Remember, the 23rd of June was when the Mieti Allah made demand. Okay, and in less than a month, that demand has been granted. All this thing is to target one thing only, which is your land, and which is, the main focus of Fulani people. Some people will say, "Oh, don't say that, you are trying to lie. Oh, what is not what you think. This will go a long way to help the insecurity." It's a lie. They have tested the same pattern in the north, and that test failed woefully. It failed woefully in the sense that with this the state which they are trying to do this kind of thing, you know, is now one of the most dangerous place to go at the moment. That the indigenous owner of that place in Kaduna, they are no longer have say. They can't put one of their feet, they can't put their feet on that on their own soil any longer because Fulani people have taken it over without any regret. They have grabbed it, and that is how it is. So PM saying that they should not bring down Ministry of Livestock in different land is not only to, you know, show strength of Biafrans. No, it's not to share, you know, to brag that we are here, we control this place. No, but as well, always, PM and Biafran government in exile are the only one making sure that your life is saved, despite all the insult and whatever, what have you. Denele Lakan said, "Otutu Oma from sunny side of Tripoli." Okay. And then this your name, it sounds like Yoruba, and you are, but you are saying Otutu Oma, which means Igbo. Adenerele Lakan. This your name. Is it what language, please? Let me know. Obieze said, Mazikai report, good morning from my end. I watched your video yesterday about Ifan Yoba is from Nnewi and Andy Oba is brother of Chris Oba. Okay. Yes, somebody put that correction as well, because I don't know those areas, to be honest with you. But why I mentioned that is because of the surname, and the person that put that correction on our last stream yesterday made it clear that it's a coincidence that both of them answer similar name, answer surname, the same surname, which is normal. Some people do that. I have seen people answering Ugu and Ugu Sunday from different places. Do you understand? So that is why Igbos are very, very special. We are very, very special, because you think that you don't have Mba, for example. Some will bear Mba, and Mba. Many people answer that as well. So I understand what they're saying. So thank you so much for that. Thank you for the correction. So Mieti Allah, they are busy looking for a way. Is everything, all this thing you are seeing today in Nigeria about insecurity, herdsmen, herders clash, herders and farmers clash, and all that. These are just to achieve one thing and one thing only. And the desperation and determination they have is not going to stop soon. If you like, you present 100 heads of people that their brothers died in the name of putting fear in you, to say, okay, please, they have killed us enough. Okay, come and take land. Taking land will mark your end. If you keep on pushing to that, you will have yourself to blame. Now, this man that I have been, I have present to you some of his write-up and statements. Sometimes his statement is in order. Sometimes it's not in order. Of course, that is what you should expect from a civil servant in Nigeria, because you cannot be control of yourself. The establishment of the Ministry of Livestock and Grazing Reserve, tantamount to Ruga by Chief Malcolm Emokineyovo Orihobo. That is this man you are seeing here, right? And the write-up says, the Fulani ethnic nationality under the guise of Mieti Allah are interested in land grabbing and must stop deceiving Nigerians like they did to the good people of Kaduna State, whose large region of land they grabbed under the guise of grazing reserve. Today, no indigenous of Kaduna can step his foot on their own land taken by the Fulani herders who have grabbed it with their assistance of the federal government, with the assistance of federal government of Nigeria. It is common knowledge that the Fulani claim that they are the owners of Nigeria and that Nigeria is their birthright and inheritance. In their determined drive to change the demography of Nigeria to their favor under the auspice of Mighty Allah, they have forcefully and illegally grabbed large expanse of land in Edo, Ogun, Oyo, Benin, Benue, Plateau, Adamawa, Nasarawa, Kebbi, Kaduna, Delta, Delta Borno. Is it Delta or Borno? I don't know. Do they have Delta in Borno State? Delta Borno and Jigawa. Okay, I think he made a mistake. Maybe he said Delta Borno Jigawa State. And in fact, throughout Nigeria, in the most cruel and inhuman way that you can imagine, through ethnic killing these people, killing, maiming, and brutalizing, dehumanizing, and the wanton destruction of the properties of the indigenous owners of the land, who happens to be their host. The federal government must not settle the Fulani herders with any grazing reserve, and no sensible state government should allow their land to be given to them or Mighty Allah, because to do so is to accept the Ruga settlement scheme, which Nigerians fought so hard to stop. Besides, it will be discriminatory for the federal government to do so, whereas cattle rearers is a private venture, and consequently, it makes no sense for the federal government to give the Fulani free land to do their business without doing the same for other ethnic groups in Nigeria. In Nigeria today, the Igbos, who are traders and into commerce throughout Nigeria, rent shops, lease land, and buy land to do their businesses. The Yoruba mechanics and other Nigerians do same to do their businesses. So why should the federal government give Fulani free land for carrying out their business? Or are the Fulani cattle national assets? Are the proceeds coming from the cattle business come to our national purse? By the way, how much tax is the cattle business generates to the federal government and state government revenues? Nigeria must not trust this government that is ready to sacrifice every and anything for its legitimacy and interest. The establishment of Ministry of Livestock and Grazing Reserve, tantamount to Ruga. Nigerian, let's say no to Ruga. This is where the whole thing ends. One thing I love about this thing is that no matter how deep your hatred on Igbo people are, Nigerians have a way of making you receiving your brain. You will be against an Igbo people. You will be against Igbo people today. When Nigeria remembers you, you will be using Igbo to insert example. No matter what. No, if your hatred is beyond anything, it's a matter of time. That hatred will it will be with you, but as time goes on, I'm not talking about this, but this man have not said something crazy about Igbo, of course, but I'm not expecting him to love Igbo people. No, what he's saying here now is because so this one is not about what they're saying, what you could be and all that. No, all this thing that you are seeing today that is going on is just to prove to you that everything is not right. Many things are wrong in Nigeria today. So many of them, many things are wrong. So, Mieti Allah, said, we want just that statement. Let me bring it to you again so that you understand where this man that put it right or where he's coming from. We want Ministry of Livestock Development, Mieti Allah. Now, where is the Ministry of Spare Parts Business? Ministry of mechanic, like they actually put here. Where are those ministries? Nigeria have Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Education. All these ministries have something to offer, and they represent, the belief and custom and or culture of the people. But how many Nigerians ventures into livestock? When they say livestock, it's all about cow. It's not about, some people will say, oh, even a poultry farm. No, this is about ruga. It is very clear. And see the speed that Nigerian government used in granting their request. Just that we want, no protest, no letter to federal government, nothing. All this while Tinubu pretend that he's deaf. He could not understand the court judgment on the Mazam, and he couldn't understand anything when people call for his release. Tinubu ears are they are all busy, so there's no way he will understand on anything at all. But when Fulani people demand one or two things, of course, it will be granted without any question, speedily. That is Nigeria they're telling you, they're talking about. Excuse me. So, my people, this thing that when PM said that they cannot have their presence in different land, you see the reason is they have used many ways to bring this ruga. So many ways to tell you about the ruga. And the ruga is all about let's give land to Fulani. Nothing more. It's all about this land. And that land is what they're looking for at all cost. Whether you like it or not, give us land. The land, check people that have managed to give them land, how market, where that land have led them to. All right? Now, the North are complaining about hunger. The West are complaining about hunger. Hear this man from northern part of Nigeria. Just pay attention.
That patience, tolerance is they are both elastic, but they are not eternally elastic. Our citizens are facing real hunger. I traveled to 2 states last week in the north, particularly, and I've seen firsthand how people, especially those who are neither in the civil service nor in any business, common everyday citizens, are suffering, fighting, struggling to have food at least once in a day. Under normal circumstances, Mr. President, in the rainy season, from maybe June up to September or October, when there will be harvests of new foodstuff, prices escalate. price of foodstuff. Now we don't even have. That's the truth. Mr. President, in today's national dailies, the executive arm of government is considering reducing or removing taxes on imported foodstuff. Mr. President, here's the catch. This Senate must engage the executive immediately. What are the issues? Which taxes are they talking about? Because we should be seen to be doing the right thing. We have really little or nothing in our food reserve across the country. And no.
All this thing that he's talking now is just to tell you, Northerners, they have the way of doing their things. They will be telling you, discussing, speaking one by one in the National Assembly, one by one, until that now people don't even know their plan. They are going to flood the streets of northern part of Nigeria in the name of protests, for hunger. They are protesting against hunger. The hunger is too much, like they know they are saying now. But they will start by making it look like everybody, they want to drag you to that. If you are doing that, the target not only now they are pushing this rule of a thing, and Tinubu is, of course, he has no choice. He can't do anything. He must follow the instruction without anything. That's how Nigerian, has made them to believe that they own Nigeria. Fulanis own Nigeria, and that is it. So
Mr. President, I don't know something.
You need to allow yourself, for the African government in exile to pilot their affair. Don't be stubborn. Once the PM says something and the African government decided to do this, don't query, just support, because what is going on behind the scene is more than what I see in public. All right, and like I said, we are not going to waste much time on this video because of the issue that I'm having with my streaming. The device needs to restart. So let me just complete one or two things, then you can now postpone it.
On how to explain this stuff, but it's really not good.
Is this what the citizens of Nigeria are going through every day?
Yes, sir, Mr. President.
And I'm not even seeing this anywhere. Down to the other side.
It's crazy.
In this Lagos? Wow. I'm not aware. This is my time of slim flood. Like,
Really, Mr. President? Really?
don't put me down. The way you're doing, don't put me down. Don't slap down. And what we are going to do now is that we will. I don't even know what we are going to do. That I'm not coming back here.
Mr. President, even you don't know what to do.
That's not what I mean, actually. I'm only trying to say I'm feeling for you. Feeling for you. This is really bad. And the government is not doing anything about it.
Mr. President, but you are the government.
Oh, that is true. Don't worry. They are supposed to be taking their responsibility in things like this. And do I have it?
Mr. President, in fact, you are just like Nigeria.
God will help us. So it's only God that can save us in this country. No president can help us. So. Yeah. God that can help us. Yeah.
But you promised to help somebody.
It's a promise. It's a promise. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Put me down here.
Oh, Mr. President.
It's okay. Sorry, I don't know if I have anything. I really don't.
Mr. President, I don't know sometimes on how to explain this law, but it's really not good.
Is this what the citizens of Nigeria are going through every day?
Yes, sir, Mr. President.
And I've not even seen this anywhere. Down to the other side.
It's crazy.
Is it Lagos? Wow. I'm not aware. This is my first time of seeing flood like this.
Really, Mr. President? Really?
Don't put me down. Where your drink? Don't put me down. Just calm down. And what we are going to do now is that we will. I don't even know what we are going to do. Because after now, I'm not coming back here.
Mr. President, even you don't know what to do.
That's not what I mean, actually. I'm only trying to say I'm feeling for you. I'm feeling for you. This is really bad. And the government is not doing anything about it.
Mr. President, but you are the government.
Oh, that is true. Don't worry. They are supposed to be taking their responsibility in things like this. And do I have it?
Mr. President, in fact, you are just like Nigeria.
God will help us. So it's only God that can save us in this country. No president can help us. Yeah. President, God that can help us.
But you promised to help.
It's a promise. It's a promise. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Put me down here.
Oh, Mr. President.
It's okay. Sorry, I don't know if I have anything. I really don't.
Okay, the video is a comedy, but the message that he has is what that I want you to understand. I want you to see just hear what the guy said. The guy that to play the character of Tinubu, he said that no, it's only God that will help us. There's no president will do anything that will save them all, which is true. You know, when we say that, some people think that you are just wishing bad and hoping to do this, and you know, people will be saying a lot of things. But the truth is that nobody, not even P2B, I always say P2B because that is the only person that many people believe that he is the Messiah. There's no Messiah to save Nigeria because everything is not the way it is. Just imagine a country where one group of people, their agenda and their motive is to take land, not this. You see, they are saying hunger. That shouldn't be. I mean, countries that Nigeria are more richer than, they don't even have. They don't cry for food. They're busy discussing other things, but Nigerian own is hunger. This hunger, that hunger, this hunger, that. As if they are not, they don't know what to do or how to do it. Does it stop Fulani people to going to invade people's farmland? The answer is no. The answer is 100% no. Anyway, like I said, I'm not going to waste much time on this. Let me restart the system because I'm trying to also to bring another thing, but it's refused. I can't flip the camera. Anthony Mecca, I see your comment. Thank you so much for your comment. And Chroma is here. Thank you. Erin is here. Thank you, Gachineye. Thank you so much for your comments. Jerry Weibo, I see you. And Ocha Martins. Okay, Ocha Martins, I see you. Thank you guys for your time. Please, we are going to stream again later tonight. By then, let's see what we can do to solve the problem, because the camera on my phone is it needs some touches. I don't know the problem that is disturbing it. I can't use it properly the way I normally do. So please bear with me. We are going to come back again later tonight. Thank you so much for your time and stay safe. Please don't forget to like the video, comment, and share. Have a wonderful evening, afternoon, morning, depending on time zone. Bye bye.